Madeline here. This is my third attempt at trying to pull together a shorter video. Tired brain is tired and it's hard to be, condensed. But I just want to live. I just want to live. And I'm doing all the right things. I have been doing all the right things. I've spoken to bureaucrats, I've spoken to politicians, I've spoken to advocates, I've spoken to medical providers again and again and again. I've suffered from post-viral diseases for 44 years, and there's so little understanding that we don't even have good words for it, because post-viral doesn't mean you're not still experiencing viral problems, viral persistence. And I found treatments. I trialed and errored and spent money I don't have. I went $40,000 in debt. But the second round of mono disabled me. The first round at 12 broke my immune system and started me down this path to complex chronic disease. But having all of these diseases, almost all of them afflict women at higher rates, has meant that there's no proper research money. There's not even a category of coverage for myalgic encephalomyelitis. So even on the charity rates that I've been given on the treatments, even on minimal treatments, I can't get to stay alive. I'm grateful that I got approved for MAID, but that's not the empowerment I want, really. I mean, I'm grateful to at least have that. Do I jump or do I burn? Like I'm in a high rise on fire. But I've found I've found solutions. Could they be even better if I could get some science? Like I've been begging, like I'm Oliver Twist, please, sir, can I have some science? So what am I asking for? There's a GoFundMe. If you could share the GoFundMe, if you have the means, if you could donate to the GoFundMe. If there are articles that verify my identity and my situation, because I know there's a lot of shenanigans out there. I'll put the recent one in this uh, video link, and on Twitter under the pinned tweet of I am Madeline Pod are all of them, as well as some medical articles. And I just want to live. I have to figure out how to start a human rights case. I've spoken to the ombudsman, who says that my disease not having a category of coverage is political. Yeah. Yeah. If you're feeling like, what? Then welcome to the club. And I can't find a human rights lawyer to start a case. On PWD assistance alone, at the recent raise during COVID to 1358, I think it is right now, of the baseline. Like you can't manage any disability because it takes 3 to 4 times to be disabled. And this specious conversation around, oh well, like we can't afford to spend money on disabled people. Like, dude, it costs dramatically more in deterioration. I mean, catastrophically more. And if they're saying like, oh well, if a person with a disability commits MAID, then that whole Scrooge thing, might as well die and decrease the population. You know what I mean? But it's like the cost of deterioration into wanting or needing MAID is catastrophic, and we're not even touching on, like, we hold ourselves as a human rights paragon in Canada, but wow, we do not have the moral high ground. And I can tell you that from 44 years of medical, political, bureaucratic abdication on every single level. And I can't even get a mainstream media outlet like the legacy ones to do an article. So, like, how does the GoFundMe accrue enough for me to live long enough to do a human rights case? And why is the human rights system of the lawyers that I've talked to, I've been told that the Human Rights Tribunal will not address a law that either exists or doesn't exist, like not having a category of coverage for my disease. I spoke to two human rights lawyers a few weeks ago, and they said within Supreme Court of Canada, there's no way to successfully address PWD on assistance deficits, and the feds are all like, oh well, Medicare medical stuff is provinces, so they're not going to address the no category of coverage. And I like, maybe I have a challenge on provincial, but it's like, I mean, it's not logical. We think our human rights, actually protect human rights, and they don't. And does that need to be addressed? Yes. Am I willing to fight that fight, even as I hang off a cliff like a cartoon animal trying to be a magical TED Talk? Yes. But I can't do it by myself, and I can't do it without resources, financial and medical. I can't do it. So I am begging for my life on the internet, trying to be cogent. I'm so sick. And you'll see in the last video I made about the ableism, like even in the place that I live, I can't even get housekeeping. I have a tenancy risk. I'm pouring energy into that I don't have when I need to be focusing on living. I just need a little miracle. I've fought for so long, but everybody runs out of brave and strong. Everybody caves under torture eventually, and this has been torture, fully torture. And I don't know what to do. So I'm asking for your help.